Alright, we've got this ElectroFreeze machine here at the shop. What's happened is this rod right here, kind of hard to tell, but it's a slight angle forward, so this actuator rod is pinching in it. So then it's binding when they're pulling the handle up. So it looks like the bottom base there is bent. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a little bit bowed. So I got some new pieces. This is just that metal piece, and then that's the whole assembly. And then this is a special tool we use to align it. So you pull out the plunger, put this in it, and this will perfectly align. This will go right up in there and hold it in the perfect spot, and then you tighten the two bolts down. So that's what this does. There wasn't any spigot errors in this thing. We go down to error log. There's nothing. So it wasn't that bad, but it's bent, it's binding, so we're gonna change it out. Unfortunately, this thing's full of mix, so what I'm gonna try to do is without it. Just use my eyes to align it. But if I do end up using that tool, I'll freeze down both sides, bleed the pressure out, and pull this off real quick, put it in, align it, clean it, and sanitize this, and then put it back on. That way we don't have to drain the entire machine, because this was just cleaned yesterday. So that's today's project. This is what I'm talking about. This right one here is throwing a spigot error now, but I don't have the rod in, but with it in, we go, oops. Where am I going in? Actual readings. Or diagnostic mode, sorry. See, off, off, on. And these are both off, but you see there's no rods in. So they're sticking on this machine. So we gotta get this figured out. So you look down here. Look how far away that front one is from the panel. Look at that one, and then look at that. That's what our problem is. What I'm doing is I'm filling all these cups up. I've got it on clean. I'm gonna pull this head off, and then we can align it. That way we don't have to mess around with it, because these are just so bad out of alignment that it's just gonna be a lot easier to do all three while we're at it with the alignment tool. So a little trick that way, because I just cleaned this machine. It's all clean, it's all lubricated, everything's fine. So just gonna make it work. All right, I took the hand screws off, so we're just gonna carefully remove this right here. Wiggle it right off. And there's gonna be a bunch of ice cream on the back, so it'll be a little bit hard to get off. There we go. So now we're able to wash this off there, and then we can get this aligned and get this back on. Okay, I got this washed off. Got all the mix out of it, so it won't make a giant mess. We'll cut the two wires off the top of this, pop the switch out here, and then we're gonna put the new one in. Then we're gonna align all three of these down here. This way we don't have to pull all this out. I mean, it'll be okay. I sanitized that before I put in, so that's good. So yeah. All right, I got this tool in. So the way it works is it goes in where the plunger is. It goes right up there and aligns the switch in perfectly. So remember how it was all the way against this front lip here. Look how far back it is to be aligned. So I'm just gonna check these two and adjust as needed, and then we'll get this new one in. Should be good to go. All right, I got that one in tightened. So let's see. Look how smooth it goes right in. Perfectly aligned. Now, one thing, when you align this, make sure these knobs here are all the way bottomed out, meaning this is completely flush. If these are any bit loose, it's going to be a little bit forward, and then you won't be able to align it, or you'll align it in the wrong spot. So make sure it's all the way tight. That way it's aligned correctly. So this one's good to go. So this one here looks pretty good. It goes right in. So let's check the last one, and it should be good. Got the stupid thing back on for the third time to see how this one is. Yep. It looks good. So all set. Now I just gotta put this back together. All right, now with everything clean, we're gonna sanitize. This goes back on. Then we're gonna get our 4 knobs here. Try not to get these nice drippy ice cream. Get all these on. Then this machine, gotta get the 2 wires up there on, fire it up. Now one thing with the new one is you have to adjust the flow rate. So you see how these other, in the old one, see how far up that is? So the new one's a little bit higher. So what we have to do is loosen this nut right here, just enough to where it can move. And then we screw this down just a little bit like that. A little bit more. And now have the same flow rate as before. So just make sure you do that, otherwise it could be too slow or too fast or whatever, don't complain. Alright, so now these are all super smooth. There's no jamming. So now, since we have this head off, what I want to do is pull these out. You can open both these here, and then I'm going to turn the pump on. That way we can kind of push out that air to the front a tiny bit. Now that makes it kind of like a shut it. And then I'll just pull the prime flex. Let's let go of the air out.